What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It's your PC mod update for Farming Simulator 19. We look at the best mods of the week, the top, the best, the newest mods that have come out for Farming Simulator just this past week. We got 5 new ones to take a look at today. Some of the coolest stuff you're going to find this week. Let's jump in, take a look at all 5 of them.
Klutch Simulations.
So let's start off here with, well, a little four-wheeler. A Yamaha four-wheeler at that. I think every farm needs one of these little bad boys, don't they? Now, there's not a ton of options or anything special with this. In fact, I've had a Polaris for quite some time. I think it's been around. It's nice to see something new pop out in the store here. We can get on this one. It's just a reskin. I think it's almost the same model. It's just been reskinned a little bit. Very cool looking. And one nice thing about this, first person works great. And as well, you got a hitch on the back of it. So you can, well, connect to a small little trailer if you had one, which is just perfect for moving feed and whatever else you can think, manure, anything you can think around your farm. It's great for that. And you know what else? Well, say you wanted to connect something bigger just for fun. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, it does work for that too, if you ever wanted to. I don't know how it would work if it was loaded, but anyways, it does work. Get rid of that. Now, there is one minor issue with this, and that's the braking. The brake's a little bit fast, so I'm not even touching the brake. When I release the throttle, it does do that braking action, so there's a couple mods out there that do this. This one is one of the culprits, so as soon as you let off the throttle, it just automatically comes to a stop. It's a little bit harsh, but you know what? It's workable, and other than that, that's it. So let's jump into the store and take a quick look at this thing. You'll find it underneath your vehicle section, and there's not a ton of options with this. One of the options, of course, is just the body color. You've got a few different options there. But let's be honest, no self-respecting farmer would have anything but the camo paint, really. Let's be perfectly honest. And as far as engine goes, you just have 2 options there. You have the 50 horsepower, or you have the tuned, which is 75 horsepower. There you go. So it even comes with, well, you got a shotgun on the front there to chase off those pesky coyotes. But everything else, well, it is as you see it. So that there, guys, is the Yamaha or the Can-Am quad. I'm not sure which one you jump onto it, it tells you Can-Am. But anyways, it's a Yamaha. Looks good. I'm happy with that. Next up, we have the John Deere 8000 series. Now, this is a series of several different tractors, of course. I just love, I mean, we do have John Deere, quite a few John Deeres in the store now, but they're all the newer ones. And one of my problems is I like some of the older ones as well. And this 8000 series is one of the nicer ones. It's nice to have some of these. I'd love to see some more 2-wheel drives get properly made. Now, there's some issues still, but overall, this is a nice looking mod. So this is the 8410. It also comes with, as you can see, these the Demco pack, the Demco fertilizer tanks you can add onto this as well, which is always nice. I love this feature. This one also has an option of adding a front loader. Unfortunately, there's no PTO on the front of this one. There is one out there that does have a PTO in the front, but it loses the tanks. And as well, I like the tire options on this one a little bit better. So you have options of having weights, duals, and different brands, doubles. No singles or anything like that, but yeah. So my one issue with this particular tractor, let me just jump inside here. We'll fire it up. It sounds good. We get inside. Now, the steering wheel should come down. This should be moved down. Unfortunately, it's not automated on this particular mod. But I mean, other than that, everything else looks good in here. It's when you jump out that you notice a problem when you look at, well, your character. Yeah, anyways. I'm just going to leave that there, and we don't need to discuss that anymore. Other than that, very nice looking tractor. Everything else, you got your lights, got a horn, turn indicators. Everything looks fantastic. It's just that one little issue. And I do love these Demco saddle tanks. They are cool. They're fantastic. And let's know the thing that this thing just roars. Very nice. So let's go take a quick look at the store. Your base price on this one is 65 grand, but that can go up fairly decently with some of the options you got available. The configuration adds weights to the front. Unfortunately, like I said, no PTO or a hitch option up on the front of this. That would be nice to see on this, because there is a model that does have that. Once we move over here to our wheels, we have different brands for Michelin and Firestones. Kind of what you'd expect there. And then our setups, we have duals, single duals. We have all sorts of different options here, as you can see, especially with the Michelins. With the Firestones, I don't think it's quite as much. Yeah, with the Firestones, it's a little bit more straightforward. But you go to the Michelins, you've got quite a few options. for having just singles with weights, doubles, all that fun stuff, all the good stuff, right? As our design option, oh, missed it. Let's go back. There we go. Changes our fenders up, and I do like messing with this a little bit on my tractor. So this here is just with a back fender. You can go with no fenders, you can go with back and front, or you can even just go just front. I really don't like the front fenders on my tractors. I don't know what it is, not for me. Starfire system, you can add that, just adds it up on top. That's your GPS, which doesn't actually act as a GPS. So if we move down into our attachers, this is a little bit strange. So we get some options here for adding in attachers. It doesn't really make any sense. As soon as we remove our weight, if we go down to this, those attachers points are gone. I'm not quite sure. I think that's something that should have been there that got missed. Anyways, it doesn't really do anything from what I can tell. Moving down the global positioning system with another mod. The engine setup. Now this is nice as well. So we start off with an 8100, which is 179 horsepower. Now you can see as we start bumping this up by year and by model, you're gonna see that horsepower slowly go up into the mid 200s. I think we get to 250. Is that right? We'll see here. So we're up to the 83 turn. There we go. 262, and then finally the 8400 and the 8410 is the last one, and that's 270 horsepower we're maxing out at there. So quite a different model, and they all have the different branded stickers depending on what year it has it, and that looks cool as well. I do like having these older models. Well, somewhat older. They're not even that old, let's be honest, but they look good. And the last thing, well, we have options for our tanks or front loader. There you go. There's the Demco mount, or we have a front loader option as well, which is always nice on this size of tractor. So there you have it. There's the 8000 series John Deere. Love some of these older John Deeres. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Next up, we have the S590 BobCat, and this thing hits kind of close to home for me. I have no familiarity with the JCB series or even the New Holland, so all the current skid steers that we have, they don't really mean much to me. The BobCat, this is what I've grown up with, and this is awesome. The thing looks fantastic. It's got a couple different options. One, well, you can go with or without the front door here. You can see there's like a front door up on the front of this, and as well, you have some wheel options. Now, look at these. I can crouch down. Since these don't have any kind of a suspension system, these wheels are designed to be suspension. So you can see there's like a bit of a I don't know what you want to call it, maybe a spoke type wheel, and they kind of bend just to give it a little bit of a suspension instead of having air-filled tires. Since most of these don't have air-filled tires, this gives it a bit more of a suspension, and they just look pretty cool. Now if I jump on in, fire this up, looks good. We can jump on into the cab. It looks good from there as well. And everything works as you would expect. And look at the turning radius. Of course, something you'd expect from a skid steer. Man, pretty cool. Let me just pick this up because we're going to need this in a second. Drop this down. Get rid of that. Then we'll pick up our bale fork as well. Nice. So that there is the BobCat. Let me take a look, jump in the store, and we'll take a look at this bad boy as well. So its base price is $69,500. Puts it a little on the expensive side for what you get in the grand scheme of things. Not a lot of options. Like I said, the door can be taken or removed. That's cool. And then the wheels, you have your stock wheels, you have chains, or you have those shock absorber wheels. Now, in the picture, it shows with a track setup. There's no track option on this current mod. I do wish it had that. That would be nice. Currently, we only have the wheels as options, but that's pretty much it, guys. You see everything right here. Max price, what, 72,000? I think we maxed out at. Yeah, 72 grand. There you go. That's the BobCat 590 series. And up next, we have the Mc Hale C460 bale shredder pack. This comes in a pack of two. We got a trailer pull, and we also have a bumper mount style, the 360 version. Now, this one here is just very similar to, well, our other ones we have in game that can be mounted to a 3-point hitch or something similar. The only difference, of course, you don't have the bale fork that you can pull out of this one. So it's got a PTO that goes in there. There's no bale fork that pulls out of it, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, I've been looking at these for a while on FS17. They finally got updated for FS19, and they look fantastic. Really do like these bale shredders. Now, with this one here does not have an openable section, but this one over here we can kind of get in. Let me just open it up. We can drop down that back plate, and if we go and take our BobCat here, we can go in and stick a bale inside this. Now, actually, you know what? We should probably do it by this way here. That would make more sense, since that's the way it's sitting, right? Just stabby stab, and we'll put that right on into this thing. Wow, haven't driven a BobCat in a while. Come on, get it close. Perfect. And back it on up. And then we can just go and load it in. Look at that. Love the way this one loads in. That makes life so much easier. And then you can go ahead and, well, make a bunch of messes everywhere. There's no options with this whatsoever. So what you see is what you get with both of these units. They are both fantastic, though. I do like these bale shredders. A little bit different than the ones we have in-game. For the most part, they get the same job, but I just like the way they look. And happy to have them from FS17 make their way to FS19. And our last mod of the day is the Peterbilt feed truck. Now, this just screams authenticity to me. This is something I've seen numerous times while on the farms that I worked on, at least. And it seems so much better to me than some of the other ones we have in-game. This only problem with this one is, well, there's not a lot of options with it. I'd love to see a couple more options, and we'll talk a bit more about that in a second. Now, well, how does it work? Well, exactly like any other feed truck type equipment that we have. You just dump all your... Let me jump on top of it here. Your bales up onto the top here, your TMR goes up on top, and then you drive by your cattle troughs, and yeah, there you go. You got your feed that comes out the side, your TMR will come out of it. That's perfect. If we jump on inside, you can see the interior also looks fantastic. It sounds great when we fire it up. And all the lights, of course, they work as you would expect. Everything looks fantastic on it. However, the one caveat, like I said, is 0 options. No paint options. You can't change even the size of the tank. Those would be the 2 things I would like to see. Maybe some tire options as well. But everything you see here is how you're going to get it. And just like any of our other food mixers, this one only has actually a dump on the left side, but you pull up alongside, and, well, there you go. It would dump it all out. Very cool. Looks great. I do like the way this mixer does look. Pretty happy with this one. I just wish there was a couple different options as far as coloring goes, and as far as maybe just a couple options for tires and maybe a bigger bin. That would be nice as well. But now that I've gone ahead and made a big old mess of my test field, I'm going to end it for the day. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Got some new mods for you to maybe go pick up. You'll find links for all these mods down in the description as always. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or is there any mods you're looking for, let me know in the comments down below if there's something that maybe hasn't been made yet or that you haven't been able to find that would be advantageous to you in your game of FS19. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, have a great day, guys, and I'll see you next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.